Hey, welcome back to Dad and Son's Garage. Today we got another project for you for here in the garage. We're going to install an oscillating fan here in the garage. So we're going to show you the one that we picked out. We're going to also do a full assembly and install here in the garage so you can follow step by step if you want to do the same thing. So first off, first of all, please make sure you hit that thumbs up and subscribe. We really do appreciate it. We get between 50 and 100,000 views a month and only 3,000 subscribers. So 0.6% of our views come from subscribers. That number is way out of whack, and we need you to hit that subscribe button. Please help out the small guys. We need you. So please do that, and we'll get started on this video. So this is the fan that we ended up picking out at Northern Tool. It was on sale for $110. It regularly was $170. But then you got to remember, always use your Northern Tool coupons because you get $20 off of $100. So we ended up getting this fan for about $90. So, and it looks pretty nice. It's got 3 speeds. It's oscillating. It's a 20-inch fan. Let's get to unboxing this thing.
So are we gonna do this like a man, or are we gonna do?
We ask that question every time. Yeah, a man. If you do it like a man, it means you don't read the instructions. You just start throwing it together. And actually, even though this is mid-October when we're doing this, it's hot here in the garage. I think I'm actually going to put the door up just a little bit. May get some road noise out there, but at least it'll make it a little more comfortable in here. If we had this baby up and running, we could be using it right now. All right, so we have this wall mount bracket. So this says up, so we know it's going to go this direction, upwards. And here's our motor. I'll go ahead and cut that out.
Yep.
This is really going to be a pretty quick, easy project. I think really overall it's probably going to be 15 minutes, which means we'll be able to cut the video probably down to about 8 minutes is what I'm guessing. We'll see how close we are here at the end. Yeah, so you have a large selector switch here for your different speeds. That's pretty nice. And again, this is going to go upwards. So basically it's going to mount like this. This is the way it'll look on the wall.
And then the fan thing will go in there.
First thing we got to do now, after we've got it unboxed, or the next thing we got to do is figure out where in the heck are we putting this fan at. I would kind of like it to go...
Probably over here.
I'd kind of like it to go up over here in this corner. So we do have the space up there, and the other thing I like about that area is we have access to power, and we also, it's close to the area that we're working most of the time, because we're mostly in this area over here. Okay, now that we've picked the location that we want this to go, we're going to mark our holes. We're unlikely to hit a stud here because we're kind of right in the center. We're going to check it. If we do, fantastic. If we don't, then what we will have to do then is just use wall anchors. Ah, look, we got a stud over here. So if we could just move it over a little bit, but I don't think that's going to work because that housing probably will hit the garage door over here. So we're going to have to just use some wall anchors on this. So typically I just make a little hole with just the Phillips head bit. I've usually got a Phillips head bit right there with me, so I just use it. And then we're going to use this type of wall anchor. I really like these. They're really convenient. They're really strong. You just run them down till they're flush.
All right.
Then you're just going to grab your bracket and put your screws in there. There we go. That's plenty strong. I could hang off of that thing. All right.
Really?
So now grab me the motor, please. We're just going to slide that down on there. You do have to roll the set screw out almost all the way. want to tighten that down, just hand tight's good enough. Okay, and then the next thing you want to do is you want to get the shield for the back side first, which is going to mount right to these big screws right here. Okay, good job. Okay, and then you're going to find these oblong spaces here. That's where the screw is going to go through. Okay, now we're going to take this little cap off. That's only there to protect this. And we need the fan blade. Make sure you don't plug this in. So there's a flat spot right here. You just have to find that flat spot. That's where your set screw is going to go. And once you start tightening down a little bit, just give it a little tug, make sure that it doesn't come off, because that tells you that you have hit the correct spot for the set screw. Okay? And then all we need is the front grill. So with this particular grill, it's got a grooved edge. So this thing is just going to kind of slide over the other edge. So before you actually start putting that on there, you're going to loosen this up, because otherwise when it comes from the factory it's too tight, so it won't slide over there. So what you want to do is loosen that thing. Then you can place it on there. And what you're trying to do is catch a little bit of both sides of the shields, the front portion and the back. And once you get that positioned correctly to where you're catching the front and the back, then you'll be able to tighten the thing back down. And it looks like I've got it, so. Oh, crap. So now I'm going to tighten this back down. I'm going to kind of double check it, make sure that I got this thing on there good. Yeah, it's not even moving now, so that's pretty good. All right, so now we're going to run a quick test. Make sure we don't hit anywhere.
Wow, that thing is strong.
Yeah, it does blow pretty good. I'm going to shut it down when it gets straight again, because I want to tighten this grill just a little bit more. All right, now one last thing we got to do is this has a mounting bracket for your switch if you want to mount it, which I think we do, because I don't want it just hanging here. So we're going to find a spot over here where we can run this cord out of the way, mount this up, and then slide this switch onto the wall. So there we go. Okay, so I've decided I'm gonna mount it right here so it's nice out in the open. So anytime I want to come over here, turn this thing on, it's just real simple. And then after that, I'm just gonna route this cord around these little cabinets, get it out of the way, and this project will be finished. All right, so to mount this, we decided we're gonna go with wall dogs, because we don't want to put the big holes in the wall for this. It doesn't need a lot of security like, you know, like the fan would. So we're going to go just with the wall dogs for this. And there we go. Other than moving this cord around somewhere here, this project is complete. All right, so another project finished. You can probably hear it blowing in the background. I can tell you one thing, it feels nice over here, having that fan blow on us all the way from across the garage. We're probably 18 foot from that fan, and we're feeling it over here. It feels really good. So really glad we did that. It looks super nice. The quality seems really good. I'm really happy with it, especially for the price. So that's going to do it for this time. We appreciate you joining us, and we'll catch you next time right here on
Dad's Garage.